Retro Rob plays everything.
Hey, Rob here, and it's time for yet another haul video. This week, I've got one of my holy grail items. I kind of blame Steve Benway for this one. He had it on one of his videos, and I saw it on his shelf and said, oh, I must have that. Reminded me, jogged my memory, if you will, and I ended up picking it up. So that's what I get for watching other YouTubers. Of course, it's not like Video Gamer hasn't done it to me, or the entire crew of Guys, Games, and Beer. But we have a lot of ground to cover, so I'm going to get started right away. Let's start with one of the first things I picked up recently, which is I got myself a 3DS XL. It came in the box, got it off of eBay. It was about 120 bucks, so that was a pretty darn good deal. And that's delivered, so not bad. It's pretty clean. I like these. I liked the 3DS quite a bit, but the screen was always too small for me. And I really didn't spend a lot of time playing the DS. But recently, in one of my pickup videos, you'll see that I picked up that DS XL. I think the box is back there somewhere. And it really got me going for maybe getting this, which is a 3DS XL. I liked that one so much that I figured, well, maybe I'll just get a 3DS version of this. And I did. And I got rid of a couple of my redundant systems, and basically it came up to a wash. So, yeah, basically it was, in the end, it was free after I sold my other stuff off. So, yeah, I really like it. I think it's a pretty decent system. It's well built. You know, obviously the screens are really nice, and I like the 3D effect, and I can see it now on the bigger screen because I'm going blind. Oh, the cover. The cover did not come with it. This cover I picked up off of Amazon. It was like 10 bucks. Not bad, right? I don't have Zelda. So I suppose I should get Zelda for it. I played that game a couple times. I thought it was pretty good, so well worth getting. I did get a couple games for it. Obviously, the one I showed you. Where the heck are the boxes for it? Oh, over here. We've got Super Mario 3D Land, which I originally had for 3DS as well. I think it's pretty good. Level design is decent. Like the graphics on it, makes a good use of 3D. Not bad. I picked these up for 20 bucks a piece. I think I got them in a lot for 40. I did a lot of bidding before I actually got one of these, so the prices were okay. That's super. Super Mario Brothers. New Super Mario Brothers 2. I played one and really liked it, and I've been playing the heck out of this one, and I really like this one. I think the level design on this is really good too. I like the. There's a lot of variation in gameplay that I like. I like the replayability of the levels because there's a lot of like hidden stuff in it, and this is one of the few games where I actually go out and try and get it. You know, I've never been like a really huge Nintendo fan. I like, you know, not at least since the NES, but yeah, pretty good game. I mean, I like the Mario games. They're solidly done. Other games I got for the 3DS, I got Wipeout 3. No, not good. I thought it was going to be a racing game, and I guess it kind of is, but basically you're running on foot, and it's just a button pressing type of game, and it's not that great. Pilot Wings Resort. This is kind of a flying game. You get to fly a plane. There's a jetpack in it, and then there is what are those paper airplanes that you strap yourself to? I don't know. A hang glider. It's called a freaking hang glider. But anyway, it's pretty good. I've only tried it a little bit, so I'm only through the training stages of it. More DS stuff. Yes, there's more DS stuff. I got 2 copies of Club Penguin. They're half priced at $1.50 a piece, and yeah. So if you see me and you want a copy of, oh, they're 2 different Club Penguins. It's Herbert's Revenge. I'll be darned. Elite Penguin Force and Herbert's Revenge. Look at that. I just noticed that. That's how much attention I paid to Club Penguin. They're $1.50. Don't judge me. You can probably judge me for that. Next I got, all these were like $2 and $3. It was an unusually good Goodwill haul. Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. Never played it. It looks interesting though. So I'm gonna try it. These are all just regular DS, by the way. Mario and Sonic Olympic Games. Whatever, it was cheap. There we go. Obviously, if I forgot, usually it's just the game. A lot of times they don't have the manuals in them. I think some of these do, though. Sonic Rush. Heard this was good. I probably played it on a video and forgot. It's very rare that you find anything even remotely decent for the DS at thrift shops. So it's kind of nice to see some at least interesting stuff. Haven't tried Sonic Colors at all. But it had the manual and stuff, so there is that. I picked up some semi-overpriced DualShock 2 controllers. I've been short on these for a while. They were like $5. It says $6.99 on them, but I think they were like $5 because we were like, come on, $7, really? I always pick up DualShocks. I'm always short on them. I get a lot of PS2s in, and I get rid of a lot of PS2s. So what ends up happening is, for whatever reason, I sell them with 2 controllers all the time and end up short. So every time I see them, I buy them. This is a regular DualShock. Oops. Or it's a fake. One of the two. We'll see. No DualShock 2 logo on it, though. Wait. Is it? Oh, it is. Yeah, it does say DualShock 2. It's just wiped off. I couldn't see it through the thing. Okay, good. That is good. Because I like the blue ones. You can see in the background I got a couple of blue ones hooked up to that one. I'm looking to get a set of 4 so they're all matching. Because that is the anal retentive thing to do. Anybody for some anal retentive jokes or retention jokes? Yeah, throw them right down there in the comments. Next, these are $2 a piece. Well, this one was $2.75. Sorry. Spore Creatures was $2. I actually liked Spore originally. I had it on the Mac and thought it was alright. It got a lot of criticism, but I thought it was alright. It wasn't like perfect or anything, but it wasn't a terrible game. Also, Animal Crossing DS for $2.75. I think I've had a couple Animal Crossing games, and I have to tell you, I've never even so much as plugged one in and played it. So I have no idea whether they're any good, although I hear they are. $15 PlayStation. It had a couple DualShocks with it, so I figured, why not? And it came with all the cables. Plus, this one's, if you look at it, it's very clean. I already popped it open through the plastic to see if there's a game in it. There wasn't, unfortunately. Sometimes you find some great games in these, but it is a clean one. I might put it on the shelf because I actually don't have a PlayStation 1 sitting up on the shelving anywhere. So I might do that one, or maybe I've got a bunch of the little versions of the PS1 laying around. Maybe I'll do one of those up there, but I think the original is kind of a little bit more, I don't know, it's more retro looking, you know? It doesn't, the other one looks pretty modern. It almost looks like a Famiclone. Alright, so maybe the Famiclones look like it, but it looks like almost like a Famiclone. Anyway, let's keep going. I did find some PS1 games. You know, it's getting really hard to find PlayStation 1 games out in the wild now. I almost never see them anymore. And if I do, it's like NFL games. And it's like, I have no interest in those at all. So, this is a good find. Couple bucks at Goodwill. Rampage World Tour, which I don't have. Man, I like this game too. I played the heck out of this when I originally had PlayStation 1. So, I might even do a video on this one. If anybody's interested in me doing a video on it, let me know. I really do like this game quite a bit, and I spent a lot of time with it when I was younger. Resident Evil Director's Cut by Capcom. Did I show you? Did I open it up? There, yep, manual in there. Which you know because, you know, with these, the manual's there. Okay, anyway. Resident Evil Director's Cut. There we go. I did finish the original Resident Evil and thought highly of it. Midway Arcade's greatest hits. What attracted me to this, boy, I'm having the English problems again, is Paperboy. I do like Paperboy, and I've kind of had the hankering to play that game. Yeah, not bad. So I'm going to just stare at this outside of the camera frame for the next 15-20 minutes. Exciting video. Pitfall 3D. I never played this one either. So I'm kind of excited to try it out. I'm guessing since I never really heard of it before, it probably wasn't that great, but who knows, it could be. The Mortal Kombat Trilogy. This game is on fire. Okay. Nice. Never been a huge Mortal Kombat fan, except for the later games, but again, you know, how many PlayStation games do you get? Hot Shots Golf, of course I've got this one, but darn it, if you're going to have a golf game, make it Hot Shots Golf. This is a really good golf game, and I don't say this is a really good golf game because I don't think sports games are very good in general, but this one's pretty good. Fun to play. I like it. Looking into the wrong camera. By the way, I'm trying a new camera. How do you feel about this one? The other one's kind of crap, so I thought maybe this one would be a little bit better. Tetris Plus. I stared at it for like an hour. I need more coffee. And again, nice to see PlayStation stuff in the wild, which around here you just never see it anymore. PlayStation 2, yet another week of madness for the PS2. Yes, Atari fans, there's some Atari stuff here towards the end. What do you got? Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. Looks like crap, but I don't have a copy of it. I was kind of surprised to find out I don't. I'm going to have to start redoing my PS2 collection back there. I don't know if you see it, but wait, yeah. Yes, if I'm pointing at it here, I'm pointing at it on camera. It doesn't reverse that. Anyway, if you look in the back, those two rows up on top of that shelf are my PlayStation 2 collection, except for a few. And I'm running out of room now. So I'm going to have to come up with a new way to store the PS2 games. But anyway, Ratchet and Clank. At one time, I believe on this station, like 2-3 years ago, I said I was never going to collect PS2 stuff, and now it's been going crazy. Anyway, Ratchet and Clank, I had 2 or 3 Ratchet and Clank games, and I didn't have the original, so now I have the original. Unfortunately, no manual, which makes me sad. So eventually, that will probably be replaced with a version with a manual, I'm going to guess. Lethal Skies looks good on the back. Never heard of it. Neat looking though, right? So manual as well. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I kind of like these little arcade fighter games. They're fun. Burnout Revenge. I have this on the Xbox. It's a good game. Takedown's probably my favorite of the series. But I'll take it. No complaints. Oh, here we go. I had Tamagotchi Party on. I took a risk on this one. I have no idea. It looks like it's party games. And again, it's rare to see like a Wii game out in the wild that isn't like Barbie, or some petting a horse game. So it's nice to see that. Jack and Daxter, strangely didn't have the original. Got 2 and 3, I think. So got that, at least until it's replaced with one that, of course, has a manual. Oh, look, another PlayStation game. Caesar's Palace 2000. I'm actually trying to get a full collection of PlayStation games minus sports games, so that's part of doing that. And I don't know. I maybe shouldn't have bought that one, but for $2. Oh no, it was half price. So it was $1, so I don't care. Ford Racing 3. Chevy and Dodge fans, feel free to make fun of that one. I drive a Dodge, so yeah. I can't really talk. It's actually got good reviews though, as I recall. At least the first one did. And I thought it was pretty good, and I haven't tried it yet. Here we have Star Wars Battlefront in the wrap. So this is a sealed Star Wars Battlefront, which replaces my really battered looking copy of it. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'll probably never take it out and play it. You know, with the PC version of it, it's kind of hard to justify even playing the PlayStation 2 version. Ooh, that's not PlayStation. But whatever. You know, you can get a couple consoles together and play, I suppose. X-Men Legends 2. I don't have the first. It's kind of funny because I passed over the first one a few times, but boy, the second one's got... That one looks good, huh? I think that looks good. Looks like a decent game. Again, who knows? Another Resident Evil game. Outbreak File 2. Manual in there. So the prices have been pretty good on those. And then I got, this is at the half off place too. That was Turok Evolution. And again, Gamecube, anything decent for the Gamecubes. Hard to find in the wild. I haven't played Turok Evolution, but I will tell you this, it's a lot better than Barbie's Dreamhouse. Well, you know what, I can't tell you that. But I'm going to imagine it's a lot better than Barbie's Dreamhouse, which is the kind of thing you generally see for GameCube sitting out at thrift stores these days. Whew! What? Need more? Okay, I'll keep going. I got more. This is another one of those half-price ones, so I paid $1 for it. It is a World... Should I take it out of this? Yeah, I guess. This, of course, is for a future video. I do videos on all these little handhelds. But this is World Poker Tour plug and play. Come on, how much more fun can you have? I think you can. I think this is like as much fun as you can have in life. So yeah, kind of like the buttons, the chip buttons. That kind of looks neat. I mean, that it looks good. I mean, it's something you could display if you're like a poker fan, which I am somewhat of a poker fan. So I used to watch like all those all the poker tournaments, World Series of Poker and stuff. I used to watch it during lunch at my work. Got into it a bit. Yelled at the screen. This here, sorry it's still banded up. In television, this is another Play Power in television. I think this has different games. I think there were the model I had the handle grips down on the side, and it had, I think, a different set of games in it. I'll confirm that, but if it does have different games, I will definitely be doing a video on this one because I always do the plug and plays, and it doesn't feel too bad. This one feels a lot less crappy than the other one, honestly. I think they tried too hard on the other one with the handles. So that's interesting. And then we have the, what's it called? The Scenario versus Max plug and play. I think we can bet that this is a Famiclone. What do you think? Famiclone? Yeah, we'll plug this one in soon and find out. There will definitely be a video on this guy because I always do the Famiclones. It looks interesting though. It's got that clear blue to it. Definitely something for Skid Row at MGC. Okay. Ooh, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Another thing I got. I don't know how to. I'll probably put a picture up of this. And I'm sorry it's so loud and crinkly, but what this is it's a skeet shooting game. And it's called the Arcadia Electronic Skeet Shoot. And basically, it has two guns and this, which is a projector. And this basically projects the game on your walls. In other words, it can, like in a small room, this is the problem, I got big rooms in this place, but do I have a room I can play this in? Anyway, basically, you turn out the lights, and this projects on the wall, it swings around, it goes all the way around, 360 degrees, up, down the wall, everything. And you try and shoot it with these crude weapons that only work about half the time. But anyway, kind of a neat idea. These were prone to fire, to catching on fire, so a lot of them were recalled. So don't think I'll be playing that for too long. I did try it for a few minutes, and I found that it was pretty highly inaccurate. It wouldn't identify when I was hitting anything, and sometimes it wouldn't even recognize the fact that I was pulling the trigger. So we'll see, how that turns out. But I have a feeling it's going to end up being relegated to my junk bin. Next, this started something too. I got another one of these coming, but I've been. These are terrible. I've been kind of re-upping the ante on my Atari collection. I've been trying to complete it, which I had an almost complete Atari collection at one time and decided to basically divest in my Atari stuff. So I got rid of my 5200, which barely ran, but I got this one for $25 at a thrift shop. Not bad, but doesn't have the power supply, so who knows if it works. It did come with one controller. It is the two port model, not the 4-port model. But interesting story, I've got a 4-port model coming in, so this started that. And there we go. The one controller probably doesn't work if I know my Atari 5200. Couple games for it, Star Raiders and Joust. So not bad. I mean, for $25 it's not bad. It was originally like $40 and they had it on a half price sale, but a completely different half price sale at a completely different thrift shop. Alright, more Atari stuff. Okay, second to last thing. We have got this. The Atari Flashback 8 Gold. I got no special deal on this, so I paid probably more than I paid for any of this crap except for the last item. I have not opened it yet. I'm going to do an unboxing of it, obviously. But I had the I've had a number of Atari Flashbacks, but this one has HDMI out and it has like a whole lot of games. It does have the wireless controllers, but I hear that they're halfway decent this time. And the other thing about it is that you can, of course, plug in your original controllers, so that's pretty good too. So we'll see how it goes, and let me know about your thoughts about this thing, or its ilk. I'm probably going to do a couple of Sorry Ataris with it, because what the heck, it has nice video outputs, so it's a nice way to record some of that stuff, and I can use my original controllers. Okay, so finally, we have got the man of the hour, and that is this guy right here, which is the Sega Nomad. This is a handheld Sega Genesis. It's a full Sega Genesis, which makes it very unlike the Sega Game Gear, which was kind of a sub-Genesis. And a little bit better than the Master System, but it was kind of a sub-Genesis system. It runs full-size Genesis cartridges. Mine came with a power supply, and that is it. So no battery yet. So I gotta go pick up a battery for it if I want to play it on the go. But it's a very interesting system. It has I'll do a video especially on it probably eventually, but it actually has a port so you can plug in an extra controller so you can play 2-player with this. That's just insane. I mean, really neat item. I got mine fairly cheap. They're generally pretty expensive and hard to find. I had a couple chances to get them in the past and passed them up, but now I finally have one, so really happy about that. And this one works fine, by the way. They're prone to problems with capacitors. I've got, where are they? I've got capacitor kits for these things all over the place. In fact, I've got another set of capacitors for this one. I figured I might just do it preemptively. But 90s capacitors are really bad. They just tend to fail really easily, so it's often a good idea to change them out with modern capacitors that probably are pretty cheap too. But anyway, that is it. That is my super mega haul of the week. That's a lot of crap, isn't it? And there's probably a couple things I'm forgetting. If you enjoyed this video, do me a big old favor. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more. Obviously, all the Famiclones I'm going to be doing in the near future. The Atari Flashback Gold I'll be doing a video on. Sorry Atari will be back. And of course, GPD XD Live. I've already got a XD Live recorded. And about half of another GPD Pocket video. So all that coming up in the next week or so. So keep on watching. See ya. Bye.
Retro Rob's gaming videos.